Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from yourblackworld.com. If you wonder where I am and what I'm doing, I am actually sitting in the car. And the reason I'm sitting in the car is because I'm actually waiting to eat at a restaurant. I don't like to go to restaurants where you have to sit and wait for over an hour for your food to get ready or for them to find you a seat. And so usually I'll go find something to do. So in this case, I went for a walk and I had to get something out of the car. So I thought I would make a video to talk about what I did tonight and how things went. Tonight we held our forum on wealth, education, family, and community, a new paradigm for Black America. And Minister Louis Farrakhan joined me tonight, and it was absolutely extraordinary. I love listening to the minister because I think that he's one of the strongest black men in America. And in case you're wondering, I do believe that black men have to be strong. We women are strong as well in their own way, and I think men have to be strong in our way too. And I'm very optimistic about the future of our community. One of the things that came up during the conversation with the minister was he was actually talking about hip hop music and the way we've allowed the music to convince us to debase ourselves, and we almost have agreed to allow ourselves to treat one another like animals, and that we think that the joke is on somebody else when really the joke is on us. And if you look around, it's really hard to argue with that logic, because I think if you look at what hip hop really has become, where black men are being paid lots of money by white people to behave as the biggest buffoons known to man, it's kind of a circus. It's kind of sad. And I am seeking ways to really try to think about this without being insulting to anybody. Of course, sometimes you have to tell the truth and things will come out, but for the most part, I respect the brilliance of many hip hop artists, and I want to see them find a way to become successful without having to destroy their families and destroy the people they love in the process. The other thing that came out during the forum, or actually not during the forum, before the forum, is I spoke with Reverend Al Sharpton today, and he and I hadn't talked for a while. To be honest with you, we didn't see eye to eye on the presidency, and that led to some division. But I reached out to him and I said, look, I think that we have to work together to solve certain problems, and so he agreed to support Russell Simmons and I on our letter to fight mass incarceration. We're writing a letter. It's going to the president, but we're not putting all this on the president's back. But we are asking that he use some of that presidential power, if possible, to help alleviate an injustice that many of us agree upon, which is the effects of the prison industrial complex. I think if you look all around and you see the black community breaking down, I think that people can talk about broken families and how that impacts the black community, but you can't complain about broken families while you're supporting a system that is designed to break up families. That doesn't make any sense. So we are doing quite well with this letter. We've gotten support from people of all walks of life, everybody from people like Will Smith and Jennifer Hudson to people like Michelle Alexander and Jesse Jackson, and scholars that I respect who have signed on in support of what we're seeking to do. This is not a gimmick. This is not a fad. This is not just something that we're trying to do without a track record. Russell has a track record of getting the Rockefeller drug laws changed in New York, and that's the reason I chose to work with him on this project. A lot of people from different walks of life have signed on to the letter. And a lot of people think that because you agree to work together on a common cause, that means you agree on everything. And the fact is that we don't. There are people on this list that you'll see that are people that I normally wouldn't work with, but I don't care, because I want to get this problem solved. And if that means working with somebody like a Lil Wayne to get them to tell their audience about this issue, about why their mothers and fathers and homies are locked up in prison, then I'm good with that. And just by the way, for the record, Lil Wayne in his camp, somebody in his camp agreed to lend his name to the campaign. That doesn't mean that I don't still critique what's going on with some of the music, but I think that we have to really consider the impact of what happens when we work together. We got to work together and see past the division. So that's pretty much what's on my mind right now. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, and I'm pretty exhausted right now. You have to forgive me. Sitting next to Minister Farrakhan for 2 hours, and I spoke for 20, 30 minutes. He spoke 20, 30 minutes, and then we went back and forth. It's draining. It's very draining. So you have to excuse me because my brain is kind of mush right now. So until we meet again, please stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. I am gone. Peace.